guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious golden buttery roast potatoes. They are fantastic and easy to do, and they're a perfect side dish for this holiday season on your holiday table. The ingredients for them are super simple. You're just going to need some potatoes, which I'll talk about in just a few minutes, and you'll need a bunch of fresh herbs, which I've got rosemary, thyme, sage. I'm going to use a whole head of garlic, some unsalted butter, salt, pepper, and olive oil. Now, what I have are little teeny tiny Yukon Gold potatoes, like the little ones. I have them boiling in some salted boiling water for about 10 minutes. I also have my oven preheated to 400, and I'm pretty much ready to, actually it's a 425, and you're pretty much ready to get going. Now, in my baking dish, I'm going to add in my butter, and then a little bit of olive oil, and I know this sounds odd, but you're just going to have to trust me on this. I'm going to pop this into the oven so that the butter melts, and the pan is nice and hot, and then I'll get my potatoes so I can show you what they look like. I'm just going to add my melted butter and olive oil into my potatoes, which as you can see, they're little teeny tiny Yukon Gold potatoes that I boiled in salted boiling water for 10 minutes. And I'm going to add in my garlic that I've left with the peel on, and all my herbs. I'm not even going to chop them because I'm not going to bother. You're going to get a lot of flavor. They're going to give the potatoes a lot of flavor, and then I can just pick them out at the end. Season them well with some salt and pepper. Now, normally when I make roast potatoes, and you'll know this if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that one of my favorite methods is to par cook them in the microwave so that they're nice and dry. And you could do that, but what I want to do with these is I want them to retain a little bit of moisture so that I'll show you what I do halfway through cooking. I'm actually going to mash them up a little bit halfway through cooking, and by having a little moisture in them from the boiling water really helps them fall apart a bit easier. So I'm just going to pop them back in. Don't leave anything behind. Trying to get them on a smooth layer. And I'm just going to pop these into the oven for about 15 minutes or so, and then I'll show you what I do when it's time to take them out, for the first time anyway. My potatoes were in the oven for 15 minutes, and this is what I want you to do next. I want you to take a fork and, not too much pressure. I want you to just push them down and flatten them just a little bit, just like that. You're just exposing more surface for them to get crispier and crispier. Yeah, like that. Last one. Okay, these are going to go back into the oven for another 15 minutes or so. And I'm going to flip them once over during cooking so that they're really nicely and crunchy and golden brown all sides. And then I finally show you what they look like once they are completely done. The potatoes are done. They're golden brown, they're crispy, they're delicious, they're everything that's good in the world and of food and anything in general. I like to leave the herbs right in because I think they look nice. And the garlic is nice and roasted now. All it needs is a nice baguette to spread it on. And that is pretty much it. I love potatoes. I'm sure you guys have realized that by now, considering I've made so many dishes here in Laura in the Kitchen using potatoes. But you can't blame a girl for loving a potato. Am I right or am I right? These look so good. But I will probably say that roast potatoes and my twice baked potatoes are probably one of my favorite potato dishes. And I'm definitely interested to know what your favorite potato dish is, because I might make it. You never know, so leave it down below. They're so buttery and sweet. They're perfection. They are roast potatoes done so right. You cannot go wrong with these on your table for any occasion, but especially next to like a nice roast or turkey or anything like that. Wow. I'm going to go eat these with my friends. I hope you guys have enjoyed spending time with me. Go to laurainthekitchen.com to get a detailed sort of written recipe for them, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.